Hello, I'm the official name rater. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today we're looking at Deerling and Sawsbuck. Now, I didn't really come in with a plan prior to like maybe 20 minutes ago when I was like, I'm probably going to have to look up each variant just to see if the results differ, but the plan for this video is just to look at it as it is by itself and judge it by itself, and then we'll go off and segment and see if the results differ at all. But other words, this is kind of just overall Sawsbuck, but we'll talk about it as it comes. Spreadsheet has fuck all on it. Let's get into it. Honestly, I probably should have seen Bambi coming. Didn't cross my mind, but yeah, that's up there. There you go. If you didn't think about it, you thought about it now. Alright, so this is one of those moments where, like, I know I'm technically incorrect. It's just a mindset of I've never thought of it this way, but it's like, yeah, it basically is kind of just Stantler. So the Rudolph things, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, I think of it for Stantler, and I understand it for Stantler, but I never thought about it for Sawsbuck before. And I don't know why. And also, I don't know why they didn't do that for Pokemon Go, because they did it for Stantler, but they didn't do it for Sawsbuck. There's the thought. I don't really care for his nickname. I mean, it's not really... I don't know too many Rudolphs in the real world. I imagine that's for a reason. Mistletoe, like, I'm half and half on that one. And then Jane Doe. Jane Doe, I think, is at least okay if you want to do Jane or John Doe. Full off nickname. I think that's at least okay. Out of these three, that's the one I like best. Alright, so these are all pitiful. And, yeah, I had to think about it. And I was thinking, I'm like, if I had to pick a default version of Sawsbuck. Spring was probably not Spring, is that it? I really don't remember which one it was in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I feel like it's Spring, but I'm looking at those flowers. I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's Summer. Or whatever, one of the two. I feel like that's the default. Anyway, naming them after the collective seasons, that's just lazy. Like, you're not even trying at that point, so fuck off. Woody, I saw this on Pokemon.net. Didn't think it was interesting then. Still don't think it's interesting now. Foresty, no. Rudolph, we already talked about. Jingle, no. New Leaf, I'm pretty sure we've seen in the past before, and I don't have a problem with it, but I don't exactly think it's the best choice either. I just think about Animal Crossing, and that's it. Redfall and Redeer, which I'm assuming he means Red Ear or something like that. I don't know. Those are both bad, too. So these are all pretty piss poor, but hey, that's his brand. If you want shit, he's got it. You guys ready? All be mad and hate me? Not into Game of Thrones. I watched the first episode, found it boring, couldn't care, and didn't move on. But if you do like Game of Thrones, then maybe this might be of interest to you? Top result says Game of Thrones, so there you go. Calendar is probably the most clever thing we've actually seen thus far. That was kind of the thing I was going in with the mindset of, so when I did my own piss poor nickname for Sawsbuck, I was trying to go with something that could fit all four of them and kind of played in the yearly theme, so that's probably the best one we've seen thus far. Just because we're at the end of the video, I'm just going to acknowledge this little collection right here. These to me don't matter because that depends on what side of the planet you're on. Do you remember that there are people south of the equator, so your spring, summer, autumn, and winter are different from other people's. I don't know anything about these, maybe they appeal to you. And please, do me a favor, remind me, post a comment saying, hey, look at this Google Drive spreadsheet that you've been lazy about, or something to that extent. Because so many times I tell myself, I'm like, I need to look at this, and then I forget, and I don't do it, and I don't remember which episode we stumble across. Please comment and remind me, or something like that. In other words, we've reached the bottom. That's it. Calendar was pretty much the only thing we found worth a damn. We do have comment suggestions. I gotta be honest, this comment's so all over the place, I'm not sure why I saved it. But anyway, looking at it, one thing I like is Cherry Blossom, because I feel like from there you could pick a thematic and name it after, let's say, other types of trees or other types of flowers, or you could do something like that for a seasonal thing. Maybe. And it could work something like that, like tea, I don't know. That's just, if this helps you in any way or gives you any ideas, cool, because I'm not sure what I'm doing with it right now. I did see Maple when I was looking through it, and I kind of just ignored it. Sven, so this isn't a This is one of those weird suggestions where, like, my very first best friend was named Sven, and he knew his name wasn't very common, because he would look up and tell me about other people with his name and stuff like that. But I think the majority of the people in the world would probably get it closer to Frozen, because I feel like that's more of a common thing. And I even cracked jokes about him with that too. And I was like, I didn't know you were in Hollywood. He's like, yeah, they really captured my antlers, so he's good on with the joke. And then we talked about Bambi, so that's that. I don't have a personal choice. The closest thing I could think of, which to me I still feel like isn't the best, was I was thinking Click Clock after Click Clock Wood from Banjo-Kazooie. That won't fit, that's 14 characters, but that was the closest idea I had. For those of you who aren't familiar with the game, that level is based around the 4 seasons. You basically journey around each season, and then you unlock the next one, and then you journey around and do like that. It's a cool level. I'm positive there are other games that do something similar to this, but I can't think of what. I feel like Donkey Kong 64 Country might, but I might be confused and thinking of something else. But it definitely feels like something Rare probably would have done somewhere else. Regardless, that was my idea, was something like that. I do think Calendeer is the best one. Or if you could just think of any other deer name that would be applicable. And oh yeah, fuck! I meant to look up the stupid individual seasons. Alright, well that's it so far, so we'll see if the video ends here or not. I meant to mention this because there was an amino thing on the first page before. It's locked, it won't let me look at it. I don't know if they've changed their things or if this is just a different group, but I can't look at this anymore for whatever reason. Oh, Saws. How cute. Okay, so looking through it, it's mostly just Pokemon Go. Nothing truthfully changed. There was like a thread or two, but there was no suggestions, so pardon me, also just might be ready to finish the video. Anyway, so any ideas and suggestions you have, feel free to put in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones that you think are good. If you have a specific seasonal-based nickname that you think won't fit the others, do specify. And if you think it could apply to all, I mean, you could just put don't put Barry, put Bambi. There you go. There's, I don't know. Whatever you have, let's hear it. Let's do what we can. I think if you can come up with one that you think fits all 4, that's better. And then I think if you can tie it in with the theme of all 4 seasons, that is gonna, like, put it at the top, like Calendeer. Hopefully what I said makes sense.